going on, sports family? I'm back once again. It's your boy Rob Lowe, and I just want to bring a take to you up about 2018 NBA free agency. This morning there was a trade involving Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to Toronto for Derozan and some other commodities, but whatever, who cares about that? My brief take on that is I think this trade is great for both sides, okay? Kawhi wanted out of San Antonio, you got out of San Antonio. Now, I feel that Kawhi can be more effective in the East, being in the West all his career. He could be more effective in the East. He'd probably be the best player in the East. And him and Lowry, Danny Green, like Danny Green is not a star, but he's a real good player. You know, he played under Popovich. Popovich groomed him very well. So he's a piece. You got Ibaka, Kawhi on defense. You know, they have some other key pieces off the bench. A couple of young guys. I think Jackson, number 24. I don't remember his name, but he's Peterson. No, not Peterson. But he's pretty damn good. And I think this trade benefits Toronto big time, even if it's just temporary and Kawhi doesn't resign. I think you have a hell of a shot going to the NBA Finals this year. Win the NBA Finals, I don't know about that. But they have a legit shot to make the NBA Finals with Kawhi Leonard on Toronto this year. So I think that benefited Toronto in that way. Then to the Spurs, I think this is good for the Spurs because they're not left hanging. Derozan's a star, and Popovich proved that he could make stars out of nobodies. He did it to Tim Duncan, he did it to Ginobili, he did it to Parker, he did it to Danny Green. You know, he could develop players. So DeRozan, and plus also, you know, DeRozan been on Toronto nine seasons. Let's go. Let's be for real. After 9 seasons, nothing is happening. You know, it's time to shake things up a little bit. You know, 9 years in one team and no championship yet. I think it's time to change things up. So I think it's perfect. I think this trade is perfect. It's perfect for the league. It's perfect for the Eastern Conference. Because Eastern Conference is going to need that more dominant players. And having Kawhi in the Eastern Conference now kind of replaces LeBron somewhat. And I think it's best for him to stay in the East. You know, he could dominate the East, Kawhi Leonard. And as far as DeRozan on San Antonio, well, you know, you're always going to get the same from San Antonio. You're always going to get 50 wins from them anyway. They have a bunch of young, scrappy players. Pop gets his players to play for him. So I think DeRozan is in a good position, just as long as he knows how to work with Popovich, because, you know, Popovich could be a pain in the ass. You know, he's a handful. But I think, as far as I'm concerned, I think the trade Kawhi to Toronto for DeRozan is great for both parties. Now, when next free agency come up, they're going to have to try to throw Kawhi a max, which they will have the money. Will he resign? I don't know. But for now, that's my take on that deal, on free agency. Stay tuned. Going to have way more on this NBA free agency 2018 because things is now heating up. We got more moves to make, you know, a lot of more moves to make. Some surprise moves I expect. And hey, just stay tuned, man, as I break down the free agency this year, alright? Check me out. Like and subscribe.